Hey guys, I've just returned from a glamping trip down in Norfolk at the Orchid Hut. This is part of the Wild with Nature camping farm. It is a small organisation that offers some different glamping settings, different pods and huts to stay in. It really is beautiful. I couldn't have asked for a better setting at all. It really immerses yourself in nature, and I thought, why not do this video showing you some of that and showing you some of the things that I did down there, but also outlining why nature is so beneficial for our mental health, our mental well-being, and why it really does help us, you know, take that time to slow down, return to the roots, return to the basics, and really tune in with how we're feeling at that time and revitalise us, ready for whatever it may be that comes next. So stay tuned and roll the video. This is the main hut. My car parked over there. You're coming through some little old road, but that's the main bit. And that's the jacuzzi. Currently got that on now at the minute. Look, it's nice. Getting nice and hot in there. Look at that bad boy. That's what I like to see. Jacuzzi ready for later. And then obviously, amazing view. Just opens up into just amazing sweeping views. Beautiful oak tree all the way around. And actually guys, let's go and see if we can get close to it. It'd be nice. Look, there's a pheasant. You might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna walk nice and slow and might be able to get to the pheasant. Look, oh, there it is. Can you see it? Can you see the pheasant? Having a little walk about there. But yeah, that's that. That's a pheasant. I've got an pheasant with it. That's the cooking area. I'll show you up there in a minute. But then also down here, I'm not going to go down there. But if we look down there, you might be able to see some orange. But I'll go down there tomorrow. It's actually a lake, and you can go riding in a boat down there. So, but anyway, fire pit there. That's where we cooked our burgers. On the old grill. Don't tell anyone. I burnt a log. I think that was already that was already burnt anyway, so it wasn't me. All these buckets, fire kindling, all you'd need there for your barbecues and that. And round here, you've got your recycling stuff. And this cheeky little compartment. All your kindling, all sheltered off. Perfect, then we'll go up into here. This is the cooking bit, this bit. Look, so you got a little balcony stuff. I'll just take you around here first. You can eat, you know, out there if it's clear enough. Little back door area. That's a pizza maker, but don't trust me pizza making skills. Me and Abby already failed once like that. So, but yeah, this is the outdoor cooking area. Fucking mint. Look at that view there. Fucking sick. So, you tell me, out of 10, that's actually just look how amazing that is. Look at that. I'm sweating my head off. Don't care. Beautiful. Look at that. Top banana. I'm rating it out of 10. I'm rating it at least a 10. Okay guys, I'm going to keep this nice and simple. Minimalism is key, and I feel like that would reach a larger audience and more people would be able to understand and take something from this. So we will now go on to why, some of the key points of why nature really brings us some mental well-being and some positive energy to take this forward. On a basic level, what we're looking at here is hormones, the nervous system and the endocrine system and all of this. These are the feel-good hormones within our body and chemicals that really help us get to where we need to be on a mental well-being level. We want them endorphins rushing around our body, so getting into nature, getting out into the environments we're not particularly exposed to really can help us with this. Glamping is a perfect opportunity to release these chemicals within the body, as it's something that we're not quite exposed to on a regular basis, and something that can really help us soothe and relax our souls. It is quite typical for humans to seek comfort in nature. We always have been part of the earth and really getting to the roots of why we're here and what our aim is really going back to the start. And obviously a while ago we would be living in mud huts and building our own farms and rearing cattle and growing vegetables and fruits and trees. And obviously the modern world isn't nothing like that. Most of us are addicted to our phones, constantly living in tower blocks that are made out of concrete rather than wood, and it really kind of strips that feel good within your body. So getting out to nature is really important to bring us back to our roots and where we should be naturally sitting. So before we get into the mental side of it, it's also important to really promote that, as well as mental well-being. Being exposed to nature really promotes physical well-being. It can reduce our blood pressure, it can relieve muscle tension, it can really get you relaxed, and that's not only because it's making us feel good mentally, which have a massive relation to our physical body, but it's also the fact that we're getting out, we're moving more, we are relaxing with no stimulus such as your phones that we're so used to using these days. And I think it's so important that we just really kind of knuckle down and get back to the basics. Okay, number one, and the basic level, is nature distracts us. There is so many beautiful scenes within nature, and getting out there and finding these scenes, whether it be a sunset, a sunrise, climbing to the top of a mountain and seeing all the hills and valleys, whether it be a beautiful woods or something that you feel could be only witnessed by you. All these moments, all this nature distracts us from what is going on. Now, distraction is good, but also it's important to assess how we are actually feeling. But sometimes distraction is great, and it can really help us take our minds off things, and it can pull us back to where we need to be. It can mask that underlying problem. Now, obviously, like I said, we need to get to that problem, but nature really does help us cope when we're feeling quite stressed out. Nature is also good for our mental health, as it can restore the imbalance that is also present within modern day society. So a study has suggested that people who spent time in nature, whether that be swimming in nature, walking in nature, glamping as I've done, it suggests that 95% of people's mood was increased being in nature. Now that just suggests that getting into nature really refreshes our bodies, it refreshes our mind, and it restores other problems. And it's also been shown that people with mental problems or mental disorders such as ADHD and autism, anybody on the spectrum, or any bipolar issues, nature can and does restore people's balance. It's been shown and is proven to do that. So number three, and probably one of the most important, nature promotes physical activity, and we all know that physical activity is absolutely key to maintaining a strong mental health. Getting out, experiencing nature, going on a hike, going on that walk, taking that swim in nature, or even just taking a stroll in your park, it's increasing them feel-good hormones released through exercise. It's making us walk, it's making us get to places and really tire ourselves out. It's also improving our sleep, because the more physical exerted we are, the more likely we are to go to bed earlier, which improves everything in general. Obviously, sleep has been another way in which nature really does help us, is the fact that it constantly challenges us. People who stay still are more likely to have negative impacts on mental health and well-being. a challenge, and you know, realistic challenges. You know, don't set yourself a climbing Everest if that's not something that you think could be possible, but something such as a walk in the park could be great. It challenges us, it gets us out, it breaks the norm, and they're all gonna, you know, release these chemicals which we've talked about, and these endorphins, and your body will feel much better for this. And if you're feeling this physically, then you'll feel this mentally. So getting out there, challenging us, you know, really showing that we can achieve things. This is takes you out that cycle of, you know, sitting on your phone and looking at all these other people doing things. It's time to get out there and do it yourself. It's great. It's a great natural restorer for your mind. And finally, one of the big reasons that we should be going back to nature and we should be getting out into nature more is the fact that it can enhance our cognitive abilities, it can improve our memory time, it can improve and increase our attention span. If it's doing all these things, it's really working on a larger basis, and it's not just going to affect one area of our lives, it's going to affect many. So, you know, people who are coming up to big times in their lives, people studying or having that hard time at work, if we're getting out into nature, our minds are refreshed and they're feeling much better, and they can work at a more optimal level. That will increase our benefits, and it also will decrease that time feeling down and you know, really struggling, as if we are getting into that nature, we're getting them benefits, we can really reap the rewards. So it's so important that we get out and, you know, improve our cognition, slow things down, and it will improve our memory. So finally, if you know anybody who's struggling with mental health, on a bit of a downer, you know, having a bad week, even a bad day, maybe show this video to them and, you know, just really reinvigorate how we should be getting out and we should be enjoying nature. And you know, sometimes even bringing nature inside, maybe buy them a plant or take them somewhere like a garden centre. Even that is enough. That the plants and the shrubs and the scenery are enough to release them chemicals that we need. So if you know anybody who's struggling, get them out into nature. It's going to benefit us all in the long run. I really hope that you enjoy watching this video and it's a little bit insightful. I'm not very great at these videos, but as I said, I will be improving, and it's more of a little bit of a personal thing to just make these videos and share it with everybody else. And also, I hope you enjoyed looking at the camping trip. A big thank you to Andy and Rebecca down at Wild with Nature. It's been a pleasure sleeping in the Orchid Hut with me and my fiance. We shall be returning, and hopefully sometime soon. It really was special, so thank you for having us, and if you ever need anything, please get in contact. So thank you and goodbye, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.